What is up, Niner gang? Got a post-game reaction for you guys. Hope everybody's enjoying the victory over the Seattle Seahawks. Wild card round of the playoffs, man. Hope everybody's had a great, safe time today. Everybody get back home safe and all that stuff. But man, what a victory over the Seahawks today, guys. Let me see if I'll move my mic real quick. I think that might be a little bit better right there. But yeah, guys, great victory. Definitely a tale of two halves, I think, man. Almost a night and day difference between the two halves, I think. Um, I think this really showed the discipline and security the 49ers had to play with that we talked about before the game. You know, uh really the 49ers come out on defense. They kind of start out slow. They're giving up yards, a lot of yards and methodical drives to the Seahawks. Um and the 49ers on offense were continuing to score, so that was good. We put up 16 points before the half. I think it could have been more, could have done a little bit better, man. Now, who knows how much of the rain impacted Brock Purdy's ability to throw accurately down the field. Very curious because we saw a few throws get away from him, I think, man. And I think the rain was mostly what happened, what was affecting him in the beginning. You know, you couldn't see it too well until they zoomed in a little bit closer, and you can see that it was raining pretty damn good. But yeah, man, I think that affected him coming out. Could have had more touchdowns if conditions were better in the first half, and defense has to start out faster, man. Great that we kept the score close. Of course, Jimmy Ward gives up a little bit of a boneheaded play, which I think was a bullshit call. He hit the ball. I don't understand how that's roughing the passer, how his helmet hit the ball first and foremost, causing the fumble. We could go into all that, man. It's not the first time Jimmy Ward has done that. But you got to be a little bit smarter than that. And, I think he's going to clean that up. Uh, Definitely extended the drive and gave them plays for the Seahawks so that they can make a field goal before the half. A lot closer than I wanted it to be, man. And I had a especially the way the offense has been playing these last few weeks. I had a lot of confidence that the offense would pull away, and really the 49ers overall would pull away after the second half. And what was I going to say? You know what? Let me get into the comments real quick. But I was going to say that, like I said, discipline, ball security, all that stuff. I think once Charles Omenihu went in, and shout out to Charles Omenihu, man. We've been talking about for weeks how different people coming in at the perfect time of the season, really setting us up for continued success with coming in, stepping up, coming back from injury, and making a difference. And Charles Omenihu coming back, man, and creating a turnover. Nick Bosa, well, first of all, Omenihu strips Geno Smith for a fumble, and Nick Bosa's there to recover. So that was pretty badass, man. The reason I bring that up and talk about the discipline and all that, the ball security, is this was that type of game where it was so close. The Seahawks were already so close to scoring, right? And then a play like that kind of changes the whole momentum of the game, flips the whole thing on its ass, really, I think. And I think from then on out, the Seahawks didn't really have a chance, man. That's when you saw the 49ers take they kind of smelled blood in the water, and they just took over the damn game, man. And it's crucial to be on not the receiving end of of that type of stuff, man, of that negative play. But we got Raphael 5629ers in here, says, "What's up, Niner Gang, Wolfcast, and everybody? As always, very much appreciate you. And yes, please, as Raphael says here, everybody, please like and subscribe before you continue any further. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed already, turn on the bell notification so that you guys get notified anytime I go live or upload a video or any community post, any of that type of stuff. So bell notification is one of the most important things. So you guys actually know every time at the time when I go live, all that stuff. Everybody that's here right now, I'm sure has already done it. So I appreciate you. Anybody who's tapping in post live or is new to the channel, please do all that stuff. Would really appreciate it. Raphael loves the win, man. He says it's a great win, and I believe so too. For the 49ers to stick together and another adverse type of game where it's a very close game, neck and neck. The Seahawks were executing very well, and this was almost like for the defense a bend but don't break situation where um it felt like whoever made the least mistakes was going to win this game because of how things were going. The Seahawks were moving the ball, um basically drive in and drive out until that crucial turnover, the strip sack fumble created by Omenahu. So sure enough, that's how it played out, man. And that's where on the 49ers, you don't want to be on the receiving end of turnovers. Rob D Art says, let's effing go. That was a crazy fun game. 40 burger. Yeah, man, that was awesome. Like I said earlier in the game, there's a lot of throws I got away from Purdy. I think it was the rain. If it weren't for that, and he was a little more accurate on those throws, and then the miscommunication with Ayuk on that play. Who knows what the hell happened with that? I don't know if he gave up on the route or if he cut down to do like a deep crosser or something like that. So I would like to know what happened with that play. I haven't gotten to watch the post-game press conference just yet. Um, so very curious to see how everybody's going to be looking with the injury report, all that stuff. If these guys are asked about what happened on that Ayuk and Purdy miss. Another guy who was open on that play was Deebo Samuel, of course. Could have hit in either one of those guys. I think pick your poison. And it was just miscommunication, man. It happens. The thing is with Purdy, he has the ability to bounce back and make things happen. So he's a straight baller, man. We're seeing it. Playoff environment against a division opponent, which is always really tough. You go neck and neck with this division opponent that knows you, your ins and outs, all that from over the years. With all the battles we've had with the Seahawks, the close battles with them, man, and just that one turnover, I'm telling you, I think that's something that happened against between the 49ers and the Chiefs, where the 49ers were neck and neck, and they're on the receiving end of that turnover. The wrong end of the turnover battle, and so then once one bad thing happens, it just unravels, and if you don't get an opportunity to recapture that momentum, then you're kind of screwed. But yeah, I love it, man. We got CG Ruthless in here. Thanks for being here, bro. Eric Wallace, who's a Seahawks fan, he says, yo, congratulations to you all, Wolfcast. Hey, bro, I appreciate it, man. I actually want to bring something up real quick because I was watching the game right next to a Seahawks fan, guys. And it was pretty funny because, we're talking back and forth, respectfully, just like, just talking about the ins and outs of the game. He knows his stuff, so it was pretty fun. The little rivalry, and he was pretty optimistic. He was honestly just happy to be there. He's like, I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen, but I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy we have a shot. So he was very happy that the game was very close at halftime, 17-16. Seahawks were leading, but I made fun of him because he ordered. His order of food came up and it was boneless wings. And so I said, sure enough, man, of course the Seahawks fans, they order boneless wings. And there's a lot of jokes about basically guys that order boneless wings are wimps. And so that's why I was teasing him about it. But he had seen all that stuff before. But Eric Wallace, I appreciate you tapping in, bro. I'm sorry that you had to go through a loss today, but it is what it is. We all have our dark days, all that type of stuff, man. I hope you pull through and continue to support your Seahawks. Of course, I know you are going to. And you guys have a bright future to look forward to. I think many more battles with the 49ers, because the reason I say that is the Seahawks have a lot of draft capital that they have acquired from the Broncos. The Broncos basically gave up their whole future to the Seahawks. So, if you build around the recipe that the 49ers have where like I said before, I don't believe in paying the quarterback like he's the whole team. I think you pay the whole team and build around to where you get decent quarterback play and you can go very far with that. And especially if you get good quarterback play, which is what we're seeing now, then it's a whole nother level. So if you keep everybody at a balance when it comes to the uh what do you call it, the salary cap, then I think that's a recipe for success. The 49ers are showing it year in and year out. They are in playoff contention, man. So Rob D. Art says, once Deebo got pissed, the whole team got hyped and it was over for the Seahawks. Hey, that's part. Hey, you know what? That was part of it. Man, they were going at it. The 49ers and the Seahawks were scuffling, man, in the trenches. They were not liking each other. It was showing, man. I know one other team that we definitely don't get along with is the Rams. They can't stand each other, these two teams. But man, the Seahawks rivalry, I love to see it back, man. It was badass. Debo getting pissed off, acting like Debo from the Friday movies out there. And I think the 49ers should have utilized him in the first half more when it comes to the run game. I'm not a big proponent of running him between the tackles very often, but I felt that he would have made a big impact on the game on his end arounds and stuff like that. I was very surprised to see not as many screens today. But yeah, like Debo, I think he could have had a bigger impact today than what he really had. And that's just another thing that the 49ers can keep up their sleeve until need be, right? So looking forward to that. I think Debo is really going to turn it on during these playoffs, guys. He did very good today, but I think he's going to take it up another notch when it gets to some of these other teams that aren't division opponents. That I think the 49ers were super confident that they were going to beat the Seahawks, that they kind of kept some things close to chest. But yeah, I agree. Jay Realistic says, "What's up, Wolf? Niners Empire, Dub City feels great, baby. Hell yeah! Hey, let's keep it rolling, man. One week at a time. I want to see who all wins all these playoff games this weekend, and see who we're gonna face and take care of that business. I'm not gonna celebrate. I love the feeling I have right now, but I still have the feeling of optimism. I'm looking forward, and I'm not going to celebrate till we win that Super Bowl, till we're holding that trophy, guys. So yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to another week of football. The 49ers get to compete, man. I love it. But thanks for being here, Jay Realistic. Rob Diart says, Purdy checking off a few more boxes. Hell yeah, he is, man. Surpassing guys like legends, man. Joe Montana. In his first playoff performance, Joe Montana didn't put up these type of numbers. 38 points is what Joe Montana actually scored in his third year as a 49ers quarterback. So Brock Purdy in his first playoff performance, he outperformed Joe Montana, man. So, and given Joe Montana did not have these, like, all of these weapons that Brock Purdy has, so that's the good thing. So imagine if Joe Montana was in this offense, that'd be pretty crazy. um Niner Fanatic Podcast, you guys go check him out. Pete Lucas over there says Niner victory, like and subscribe to the Wolfcast. Hey, likewise, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for tapping in. Eric Wallace, Seahawks fan, says, when his first contract came up, I thought Russell would try to save the money for some O-line help, but no, not Russell. He's a money hungry. Can't say that. Yeah, man. That's what I love about the 49ers is they don't really bring in those type of guys. The type of guys that are just money hungry, all about themselves. I think that's what kind of turned a lot of people off in the offseason about Deebo Samuel as well. So, but overall, the 49ers as a group of people, as a group of men, they don't have that type of mentality where it's a diva mentality. It's a team mentality. You see it through guys like Ayuk, Kittle, everybody, they understand the mentality of the team that if you want to win and build a legacy, it has to be a um team group effort, basically. But yeah, so I agree, man. Sorry about that, Eric Wallace, but it happens, man, all around the NFL. year in and year out. G9 Garage says, "What's up, Faith Wolf and Faithful? Hey, what's up, bro? Hope you're doing good, man. Thanks for being here." And we chopped it up a little bit in the other chat, but Stevo Supremo says, "Is there a stat for almost picks?" Not that I know of, man. I know there I know there's people that have talked about it, they've asked about it. So at some point in time, probably soon, it could very well happen. I think everybody needs to go and watch film and then compare it. That's going to be a lot of time spent. Jay Realistic says, "Same Wolf, we've been here before." Exactly. That's the thing. The 49ers have gone so far every time we've gotten a shot at the big time, and we're just right there, right before the finish line, and we trip. So this time around, let's just get it done, man. If there was any year we're going to get it done, I think this is the one. I think before, we had Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback where we were limited, and the offense could only go so far with him, right? Even against when we're in the Super Bowl, you guys see it, we only score like 20 points. Here with Brock Purdy, we've gone 4 games now with 37 plus points straight, guys. 4 games in a row by Brock Purdy of 37 plus points. Not only that, even actually, no, 6 of the last 7 games by Brock Purdy, the 49ers offense has scored over 30 points. So 6 of the last 7 games, over 30 points. 4 straight with 37 plus, man. So that is super badass, guys. Anybody who has any specific comments or questions for me specifically, or if anybody would like to call in and kind of give their thoughts and go back and forth about this game today, let me know. I'll drop the link in the chat so you guys can call in and get your thoughts across as fans. But if anybody has specific comments or questions for me, please throw 4 flame emojis in your comment slash question. It helps me sift through the comments as quick as possible. That way, I don't get caught up in the back and forth. JT says, "I don't have a dog in the fight. My team took Breece Hall. Wish they could have taken a look at Brock Purdy, but hey, things happen for a reason." Yeah, man, that's completely understandable. Like I jokingly said to some of the Niner fans that were at the sports bar today, I said, yeah, man, this was towards the end of the game, actually. And I told them, dude, there's going to be a lot of people that didn't have Brock Purdy on their draft board, which is it's still a little understandable because his last year in college was more of a downer year, kind of dropped his stock and then his size, of course. But anybody that did not have Purdy on their draft board, a lot of those people might get fired this year. But I said it jokingly though, so but it might be a real thing to look at. Eric Wallace says Purdy is definitely a hell of a quarterback. See, and this is the thing. I think that the Seahawks fans got to see it today, man. I don't think there's any doubt about Purdy anymore. I think the passes that got away from him earlier today were just because of the rain. And really, I think the 49ers came out where they could have ran more, but I do like that they came out aggressive and they were testing the deep pass. And, that's, of course, that's a lot trickier to throw in the rain. So, I love that they were aggressive, but it could have been more conservative and led more better methodical drives with Brock Purdy. So he could have done better in the short to intermediate passing aspect of the game, but the 49ers chose to be aggressive to start out, and you're going to win some, you lose some, especially in the rain. It's going to be a lot tougher under better conditions, Eric Wallace, and everybody who hasn't seen Purdy as much. In perfect conditions, he typically throws a better deep ball. And like I said, he also had that miscommunication with Ayuk. Niner Fanatic, again, you guys go check him out. He says, the culture is crazy. Exactly, man. The guys like John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan's dad, of course, he led his team to a Super Bowl with John Elway, Mike Shanahan. And so he knows a lot about football. Kyle Shanahan has grown up in it, man. And I think they know what it takes because Mike Shanahan was also here with the 49ers. For anybody who doesn't know, Mike Shanahan was one of the coaches with the 49ers during that dynasty time, and he migrated over to the Denver Broncos. So they know a lot about culture, man. Born and bred in this stuff. Eric Wallace says, I think Deebo showed this year he's a team guy, which won over the team. Yeah, I think so. All that stuff was really, it showed last year, actually, I should say. Before Debo got the contract, he was willing to put everything on himself. He was beaten and battered going into the playoffs last year, and every week the 49ers could count on Debo. So definitely. And like I said, he still has a lot to show during these playoffs. So you guys just wait and see. Debo just got back from injury. They're not giving him the ball as much, but like I said, I think they should have utilized his run game aspect more in the first half. Mateo says, and thanks for being here. He says, I'm a Seahawks fan, disappointed, but I have to give credit where credit is due. 49ers are a very good team. We'll be smashing it for years to come. Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for tapping in. I really appreciate the compliment, man. And like I was saying earlier, I was sitting next to a Seahawks fan that spent a lot of time in Seattle. So that was part of the reason he became a Seahawks fan. But we were talking about, I said, yeah, man, if you guys build around Geno Smith, you don't give him a huge contract, but you guys continue to use all that draft capital that you guys do in a very wise way, you guys could build a team just like the Niners too, man. So it's scary, but I see the reality in it. And look at the way the Seahawks are competing already. One mistake kind of threw them off for the whole game, but before that they were neck and neck with the 49ers because they have a really good coach in Pete Carroll. As much as I hate to say it sometimes, like Mateo says, you got to give credit where credit is due. And even if we don't love the gum smacking chewing all the time, but Jay Realistic says 45 on the chat. That's progressing. Wolf, I remember when you had 5 on the chat. Yeah, man. It's all credit to everybody who's continued to support me throughout this entire time with my channel, man. I love you guys. I appreciate it so much. Jaguayo says, love this game, but I'm not celebrating until we're holding the Lombardi. Exactly, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. We've come so close before. This is time to rejoice in the feeling of victory, but it's not the complete victory that we are awaiting. We're waiting for the 6th Lombardi is what we want. If you guys go back and think about it, anybody who hasn't heard me talk about this before, the 49ers over the past decade have been so close. If just that little hair, man, of us, if we would have completely finished those games out, we could have had like 4 Super Bowls won, 4 more Lombardis in this past decade. And I don't think people realize that. This is going back to the Harbaugh era. We lose by a hair, by a muffed punt, we lose the NFC Championship to the Giants. Then, 49ers, Ravens Super Bowl in Harbaugh era as well. By a hair, we're right at the goal line and they decide to pass like 3 times in a row. We lose the Super Bowl. That's 2 Lombardis we could have had right there. Then last year's NFC Championship between the 49ers and the Rams, I really think we should have won that game. Super weird, especially if we had Brock Purdy last year. Oh my God, we would have won that game. But shoulda, coulda, wouldas. What's another one? The Super Bowl we lost in the 4th quarter to the Chiefs. That's 4 Lombardis we could have had, man. So this could have been our 5th of the decade. So if you're talking dynasty, I think the 49ers are on the verge. Drawing Kid says, will Purdy start next year? I think that's the case, man. As long as Purdy, and I'm completely confident that he's going to continue to play this way because week in and week out, this guy is showing consistency. Like I said, 6 of the last 7 games, 30 plus points with this offense, 4 straight with 37 plus. How much more consistent can you be? And as a rookie, man, this shit is so mind-blowing, dude. And like I said, it's not a fluke. As soon as he got the starting job as quarterback, as soon as he got thrown in that Miami Dolphins versus 49ers game, he's been doing this every single week, completely consistent. Now, maybe he'll have a little bit of a setback with putting more film out there, I think. But like I said, I don't understand how you could get any more consistent than when he's playing this stretch of the season. And if he wins a Super Bowl, there is no question in my mind that he should be the starter of the 49ers. I love Trey Lance. I love his potential and everything. I hate that he has to go through this because he was named the starting quarterback coming into the season. He was finally getting his shot. The rug got pulled out from under him almost immediately, man. So it sucks for him, his emotions, all that type of stuff. I'm curious to see I think he has a great head on his shoulders to where he's going to battle it out and give his best out there on the practice field and be supportive of Brock Purdy, and they can just battle it out as the season goes on. But I think to begin the season, I think it's Brock Purdy's job as of right now, but he has to win the Lombardi, man. That's really what it comes down to. But you guys let me know your thoughts. Let's see. Eric Wallace says, "Bring it on, Wolfcast. I would love to talk about the game." Okay. So I'm gonna throw a link in the chat, you guys. So anybody that wants to call in, just give your quick thoughts real quick. So have your thoughts ready, please, because if I get too many people calling in, that way we can move through it quickly and everybody gets a chance to kind of share the microphone. G9 Garage says, "Doesn't it seem like we're playing to win instead of trying not to lose?" Exactly, man. This is something that Kyle Shanahan did when Jimmy Garoppolo was a quarterback, is we were always playing to not lose the game, man. Super conservative game plans week in and week out. It was fucking boring. Oh my God. And not only that, the anxiety. Like, you guys do not understand the anxiety I had as a 49ers fan last year in the playoffs with Jimmy Garoppolo as quarterback. And even in 2019, when the 49ers under Jimmy Garoppolo were basically doing their best playoff-wise, was all run game, right? You just running the ball down teams' throats in the playoffs. They took the ball out of Jimmy Garoppolo's hands, man. So now the 49ers are consistently putting up the points that match their team on paper. So it's so badass, man. Jay Realistic says, what if the Jags come back? Last time I saw it was 27-0. You guys let me know the score of what's going on right now. I was not expecting 27-0 before the half. Let me see real quick. Sorry, guys. Junior C says, Seahawks salty, making up excuses. All right, well, we actually got a Seahawks fan in here right now, ready to jump into the stream. So let's welcome him with open arms. Eric Wallace, a regular on the show, guys. Eric, thanks for being here, man. And like I said, I feel for you, man. But
thank you, buddy. It was just a tough day. Thankfully, I missed most of the game because my nephew was playing basketball today, so I was able to kind of watch him. I was able to keep an eye on the game, but mainly I was able to watch him play basketball. So at least I listened to it was to a point where I was not having to watch it. Yeah. But man, you guys are tight. You guys are a tough bunch, pal.
Yeah, man,
You
I feel
guys
you.
are a tough team.
I'm not gonna lie, and this is not to rag on the Seahawks, man. It kind of felt inevitable. Once the 49ers got that strip fumble off Geno Smith, it kind of just felt like they were like a pack of hungry wolves smelling blood, man.
I tell you,
circling the prey.
As soon as that play happened, I'm like, I knew what was going to happen, and I knew it was not going to be good because it's like, as soon as got that fumble, I'm like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Here comes the onslaught.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Because I could just tell with Nick Bosa, and with Nick Bosa, he's just amazing himself. I mean, y'all got so many amazing players on that team.
Yeah.
From Brock to Deebo to George to Nick. I mean, just amazing all the way across the board, pretty much.
Yeah, this is a testament to something that we've talked about as 49er fans recently. Adam Peters which is in charge of the team that scouts players. He was offered a job by, I forget who, I think it was damn it, I forgot who it was, but he was offered a job as a general manager from a couple teams just this past week, and he rejected them. And the consistency in which the 49ers continue to find these players later on in the draft rounds is, oh my God. Like, you got guys like Kittle was in the 5th round. You got guys like Hafunga also. Who else? My mind is going blank right now. I don't
And
know what
then
the hell's wrong with me.
Purdy's the
Purdy's
last guy drafted. So
last
want to
dude.
throw him in there. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, everybody, please don't forget to like and subscribe before you tap out. I would really, really, really appreciate it, guys, everybody. If you guys could please like and subscribe. Jaguayo says, core players are hungry, but let's finish this. Exactly, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this guy, Texas Tickler, or Tex Ass Tickler, says Vikes going to beat the Niners 36-24. Hey, man, if you go and ask anybody else, they're going to tell you that the Vikings are pretenders. I believe so myself, but we have to wait and see, man. I hope the 49ers don't take anybody lightly. Even here against the Seahawks, the 49ers, you know, these past few weeks, they've started out slowly against teams like the Raiders, the Cardinals, and I felt like they were just in playoff mode. But let me see. But yeah, even today against the Seahawks, started out slow defensively. Hopefully they can pick up their slack and not continue this. But Eric, I got another caller backstage. It was great talking to you, man. And
Buddy.
looking forward to seeing you and hearing from you again, bro. Have a great
Buddy.
night, man.
Thank you, too.
All right, likewise. Thanks. All right, Jaguayo, it's your turn. Jaguayo, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Happy. How about yourself?
Oh man, yeah, I'm happy, definitely. Still hungry though, definitely hungry.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we know the drill. You know, we've gotten there. We've gotten close. We could have done it, like you said. We should have done it, but I'm not gonna be happy, and I'm not gonna be satisfied until we're holding that Lombardi up in the air for our 6th one. You know, and you know, we just gotta stay focused. I think just like the players, they're. I kind of noticed, you know, that they're not like really like tripping out, like really super happy, super high. They're
Yeah,
just like they're just like
hungry.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
focused.
man.
They're focused.
In the zone.
Yeah, but they
And
know
that's
what they have to do, right?
exactly, that's the thing, man. If you know the things that happened to us in the past where we come so close before, that's part of these core players. The bright side to them having to go through all that stuff, those tough losses, is it seasoned them for this moment. Now they're not gonna let their foot off the gas pedal this time. They understand what it takes, and they can't let it go.
Yeah, and you know the thing about Purdy, you know, like I mean, at first I was saying, man, can this kid actually do it? But the thing that I kind of went back and I saw what he did at Iowa State, and
Yeah,
you know he played in big crowds, you know, like against Oklahoma, against those type of Texas, those kind of places, and you know all those starts. I think he started 48 games or something like that. That was just amazing that he played 4 years, and I
yeah,
think it shows because he really understands the game. You know, he
yeah,
understands the game, and he can analyze it really quick. He's kind of like Jimmy. He's kind of like Jimmy, even though Jimmy was a little quicker, you know, because of his experience.
yeah.
But I think this guy's quicker at an earlier age as far as being a rookie than
Processing.
yes. And
Yes.
so and I was tripping out on the Raider game because I was saying, man, I've never seen him come back. Have to come back. He came
Yeah.
back, and so I think we're in a good position. I think that that you know whoever we play next, we know for sure it's going to be either the Vikings, Tampa, or the Cowboys. That's it. We know that,
Yeah.
and we just got to stay focused and just got to keep it going. Let's just keep it going. But I really appreciate your all the work that you do, the hard work that you do. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you always being level-headed and always getting involved with all the Niner fans. And so I really appreciate that, Matt. You keep it up, and let's go Niners, and let's see who's going to play next week. And one more, and it's just one more step. So I appreciate that. You take care of yourself, be safe, and
Hey.
stay blessed.
Likewise, man. I appreciate you guys always. Jaguar, I always see you in here, man. So you got to call in more often, man. You got great thoughts. You get across, man. So thanks for being here and always for the support, man.
All right,
You have
man. You take care.
all right. You too. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
All right, NFL fan, we got you up next. Go ahead. Get ready, get your thoughts together. But NFL fan, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Right on, man. So, what were
The
your
game
thoughts?
was
Okay, go ahead.
the game was really weird, right? How the game started like the Seahawks was doing well until the second half.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
got scared. I was betting with my friend that the Seahawks was going to come back, but then I seen the score 17-41. I knew they lost.
What were you betting?
That the Seahawks would win.
No, but what was the wager? Like, what'd you put on it?
$20.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. Yeah, no, I feel you completely. I was like, why the hell is it 17-16 right now? This is ridiculous. But, division opponents are always tricky. The defense has been starting slow these last few games. So uh, we can't do this next week. The defense got to start out hot.
I got scared.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I was sitting next to a Seahawks fan, and he was just he was basically looking at the inevitable. He's like, man, we're gonna lose. I enjoy that the score is the way it is right now, that it's close, but it's not gonna happen.
Bro. I wish they'll see. I know you're a 49ers fan.
Yeah.
I was happy the 49ers lost against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl in the 2019, but that was crazy.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these players, they had to go through that. A lot of the players that are on the team, that were on the team back then, they're still on the team now. So going through that heartbreak is they got their heads in the zone right now.
I think the only reason they lost because they were like rookies.
That's part of it too, man. A lot of people didn't think, just like everybody's talking about Brock Purdy's a rookie, that he can't get it done, this, and that, because he's a rookie. While that 2019 team was very young too, and a lot of people said that about them, that they probably wouldn't make it through the playoffs because they're super young and this, and that. Well, they got very close to winning that trophy, man.
Even Patrick Mahomes was young.
Yep, I feel that. JT says, question is, who's going to get traded and who's staying? My team needs a quarterback. Definitely a quarterback away from competing hard.
I mean, my favorite team is the Vikings. They struggling.
That's one thing, man. I'm kind of licking my chops at the Vikings right now, but you never know till you know. Yeah, of course, man. It's playoffs. It's win or go home. So even as good as the 49ers are doing right now, I'm a little worried. I still got anxiety. So it's understandable, no matter who your team is.
But the Vikings, they lost a lot of games of good teams, except for the Bills.
Yeah. You guys lost to the Cowboys, right?
The blowout.
Oh my God. No, was it 50-3 or something like that? 51-3?
I got, bro. I don't really like.
He said I swept that one under the rug right away. I forgot about it. Locked that up in the basement.
The only good game I could think of is the Bills, right? All the other games were not good against good teams. I think they got blown up by the Eagles. I don't think they played the Eagles. I don't know.
Well, don't give up hope, man. Styles make fights, just like in boxing. So it just, if you guys get matched up against the right team, you guys might be their kryptonite. You guys might make it.
The Eagles, bruh. They dangerous.
Bruh, I think they're pretenders, man. They got a young quarterback over there. They're a pretty damn well-rounded team, but it seems like well, even if you look at this last Week 18 game against the Giants, which is a division opponent for them, they were playing second string players. The Giants rested all their starters, and the quarterback was a third stringer, and they still almost lost. The Eagles almost got beat by the Giants. So I think they're pretenders as well as the Cowboys. But you never know till you know.
Cowboys are losing wild card round
To Tampa Bay, you think so?
Yep.
A lot of people think
Tom Brady's a veteran. He has not lost to the Cowboys at all. He's 7-0.
Yeah. If he's down one score at the end of the game, you know that dude's gonna come in clutch, man.
Can't give him that Tom Brady, the GOAT.
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't say all that. Everybody calls him the GOAT. I don't. I call him TBE, maybe TBE, but the GOAT, in my opinion, is Joe Montana. If Joe Montana would have played in the same era of rules as Tom Brady, he would have spanked him in every category. Just like they called Joe Burrow Joe Burr, Joe Montana was Joe Cool before any of that happened. But let me see. JT, real quick to your question. It looks like Jimmy Garoppolo's on his way out, man. So unless you want Jimmy Garoppolo, the other two quarterbacks are most likely not up for grabs. I think the 49ers are going to capitalize on having two young quarterbacks that don't cost very much to help carry this team. The 49ers have shown that they get a lot of players injured typically year in and year out. So they want to have a very good backup quarterback. So Trey Lance
When I first seen the 49ers, I was confused which is the Bosa. I never knew that there was another Bosa. I was confused.
Yeah.
I seen someone called Nick Bosa, but then I thought he got traded to the 49ers. Because
I'm talking about the Chargers, Joey Bosa.
I didn't know the difference.
That's the thing that pisses. Sorry, go ahead.
I can continue.
That's the thing that pisses us off as fans all the time. The commentators are supposed to be professionals, but they're always calling Nick Bosa Joey Bosa. It's like, bro, you watch the 49ers. This is your profession, and you're still calling him Joey Bosa every game. That's his damn brother's name.
I thought it was Nick Bosa that played for
Chargers.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, Nick Bosa's over here with the Niners. Joey Bosa's over there. But Junior C.
I appreciate you letting me join.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Take care, man.
Okay.
All right, Junior C says we just keep opponents to under 25 points and we keep scoring 30 plus. We good. Hell yeah, man. And up until recently, the 49ers had been keeping on defense. They had been keeping opposing offenses to very low scores. The Buccaneers and quote unquote the GOAT only scored 7 points against the 49ers defense. So I'm telling you guys, they have that in their wheelhouse. They have that in their potential. They're really going to ramp things. If you think this last stretch of games was their best, oh man, just wait and see. I'm very sure that they've been pacing themselves up until this point. Now they're really going to take off and take things very seriously. Jaguayo says, don't you think McGlinchey has played pretty well after coming back from that bad injury? Yeah, man. Given all that happened with McGlinchey with tearing his quad off the bone, which is a very serious injury. And, he even lost a lot of weight in the offseason due to all that stuff. I thought the 49ers played it a little fast with him with throwing him into the regular season right away because he didn't really have an offseason. But yeah, man, in this last final stretch, he's been playing pretty well. I'll say he's played decent. He hasn't been the best, but and that's something that I noticed very much today that we've talked about these past couple weeks is that Purdy doesn't feel comfortable moving to the right. I think partially because of Mike McGlinchey allowing pressures from that side all the time. Even though he gets help from Burford, sometimes he gets help from Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle on the right side. Purdy only feels comfortable going to his left at this point in time. I know you guys had to have noticed that today. It seemed like outside of that last drive where Purdy ran to his right to throw to Ayuk in the corner of the end zone and Ayuk dropped it. Outside of that, Purdy only ran to his left the whole game, which is very interesting, something we're going to keep an eye on. But McGlinchey, he's done a lot better these past few weeks than he typically has in past. Jay Realistic says, I got to go, Wolf. Great win again, though. Let's effing go. Niners. Hell yeah, Jay Realistic. Appreciate you as always. Like I said, guys, please, everybody, like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification emoji so that you get all notifications every time I go live. You guys could come in and talk about all that stuff that you want to get across, get off your chest as fans. And then if you have any specific comments or questions for me, we typically do 4 flame emojis in your comment / question. That way I could get to it quickly and I don't have to sift through all the comments, because it's a lot of words, a lot of letters to go through to try and get to everybody. But it's the kid 916 says, salute to everyone in the chat. Good show, Niner Gang Wolfcast. Stay faithful. Hey, bro, as always, appreciate you being here, and thanks for the support. Rob D Art says, the way this team is gelling, playing for each other, selflessness is just seems special. Not a lot of teams built this way. Exactly, man. And that's the thing with Garoppolo. You know, much love to him, much respect, all that stuff. I love the way he played a part in turning this franchise around, but he just was not it, man. He got us that much closer, but he did not get us over the finish line, which is, you know, something that Purdy's doing, this team is doing as a whole entire unit, as a group, as a team, man. In every aspect of the game, every facet of the game, if one team is, or one area of the team is lacking, the other one's going to pick up that slack. You know, the defense was not doing well. You get a dude like Amenu who suddenly changes his game with the strip of the ball on Geno Smith, man. So just things like that, man. Hey, G9 Garage says he'd call in, but no camera. Hey, no, of course. Whatever you guys want. Audio call in. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. If you want to, that's cool too. Like to know who I'm talking to sometimes. But the link is in the chat if you guys do want to call in. If you guys need it again, let me know. We got, let me see. Not a Niners fan says YXNGBT says, not a Niners fan, but I got to give credit where it's due. Y'all looking solid as F this season. Hey, man, appreciate you. And yeah, I definitely feel that vibe off this team. Couch Chronicles says, yee. You guys go check out Couch Chronicles. That's another cool ass bro too as well that has a show over there on YouTube, man. So you guys go check him out. Stephanie Lazama, let's go. Such a great game. Hell yeah, man. And you know what, guys? This is the thing about the post-game reaction is this is a division opponent. I don't know why I left this comment on the screen, but I'll talk about it right now. Randy Mojave, I want to know real quick, who's your team, first of all? Don't go and say that unless you're going to shout out who your team is. But this was a division opponent. The 49ers started neck and neck in this game with the Seahawks, which is surprising, right? But kudos to the Seahawks. They came to compete, man. They fought their little hearts out, and you know, they were playing a very close game, man. So shout out to them. That's a division opponent, man. I think, you know, when we start playing teams in the playoffs that aren't division opponents, that haven't gotten a look at us for the 3rd time this season, I think we're going to start blowing teams out even worse than we did against the damn Seahawks. So, Randy Mojave says, yo, Niners suck. I beg the rest of the NFL. I mean, I assume the rest of the NFL would beg to differ, man. So real quick, let me know who your team is, so we can put your team to the test. We got my boy David McNiner in here. I'm gonna go through the comments real quick, bro. 144K says, not true. He threw 2 touchdowns to the right, CMC and Elijah Mitchell. Yeah, but what I'm talking about is when he was going off script, scrambling out of the pocket, basically 95% of the time was to the left. It doesn't seem like he's comfortable going to the right. I'm assuming it's because of McGlinchey, because he's a right-handed quarterback, so it would make sense for him to roll to the right. That's where right-handed quarterbacks like to go. That's the most comfortable for them. But you know what? It's even better that just like Joe Montana, he can move both ways and feel comfortable doing both. But let's welcome my guy real quick, David McNiner, really great guy on the 49ers on the Niner Gang Wolfcast all the time, man. He helps me out with my shows. He's a great dude. What's going on, man? What's on your mind?
Oh, not a lot. Let me mute that real fast so you don't get in trouble.
Uh-oh.
It's I'm watching the Jaguars and the Chargers, and I mean, at first I was like, oh boy, this game ain't gonna be worth watching. But now it's 30-20, so it's not. It's kind of worth watching. We'll see what happens. But when it comes down to it, our defense in the first half, they looked suspect.
Yeah.
And Charvarius Ward even had he was. It seemed like DK was getting around on him pretty good. I believe DK had around 100 yards in the first half. Ended the game with 136 yards.
I wonder how much of the rain, played a factor in that with Mooney Ward, because he shut Metcalf down the last time around. And, the Seahawks weren't really testing the 49ers defense deep last time around. And I think they've seen something where they really wanted to try and attack it. The 49ers, of course, should have seen that coming with how the past couple of weeks have been going on defense. But, yeah, man. Do you think Mooney Ward is getting exposed, man? Because he was getting done dirty today. I don't know how much of the rain it was.
I think that I think something has been found on tape on our whole defense.
Mm-hmm.
Because look at what the Commanders did right off the bat, right? And we ended up spanking them in the second half and making adjustments. Yeah. Look what the Raiders did, and then look at what the Cardinals did on the first drive.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's something has been found, but it's up to DeMeco Ryans to actually correct it and fix that moving forward.
This is why
he really needs to.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad it happened against the Seahawks as well too. They could take a look at that. Mooney Ward, just get back to work, man. You've been pretty damn good for us all season, so don't give up on yourself now. I think this is part of the reason why zone blitzes especially, are very important to the game plan for the 49ers' defense, man. Get the rush to the quarterback as quick as possible, especially in the rain. When the quarterback is typically not going to have as good of a grip on the ball, setting his hand on there. CG Ruthless, 49ers Talk. You guys go all check out his channel as well, man. Awesome guy. He says this built way more than a quarterback. It's a complete team all around. Exactly. That's what basically I'm alluding to the whole time, man, is paying quarterbacks hefty bags is a little too much, man. I don't think that's the way to build a team. That's partially the reason I think why, a team like the Cowboys turns out to be pretenders typically year in and year out. Rob D. Art says 111 in the chat and no Brian Culp. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe, man, but he'll be here at some point, man. Brian is the MVP. Him and David McNiner, who's on the show right now, those guys are so crucial and vital to the channel that I have now being built from the ground up, man. So if they miss a stream every now and then, they've been here since day one with me, show in and show out, man. So it is what it is. Brian's always going to be here. He's always been here. So either way, appreciate you, Brian. Stephanie Luzama says, Josh says, fly, Eagles, fly. And I think they're going to fly right into a window. So go ahead and tell him that. They're going to fly into some plexiglass.
Or a flagpole.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Oh man. CG Ruthless 49ers Talk says Philadelphia is the only team who can give us a game. I think so, just because they're such a well-rounded team and they have a mobile quarterback. This defense really needs to dial in playing against mobile quarterbacks. I don't know if the key is going to be, I know DeMeco Ryans doesn't like to do it, but the key might be a quarterback spy. And that could be one of the 4 defensive linemen as well. It doesn't have to be a linebacker. But I think a quarterback spy is going to be crucial moving forward on some plays. Not every play, of course. You're getting a shout out in the chat as well from G9 Garage, David.
What's up, G9? What's going on?
Say DJ says Ravens flock. Hey man, good luck, dude. Good luck. I believe you guys are on your third string quarterback. But man, that's tough, man. Hopefully Lamar gets good soon. I don't know what's going on with him and his injury, but good luck against the Bengals. That's probably going to be a tough game, honestly. Chargers could choke. Yeah, what anybody know the score on the Chargers and Jaguars right now? Like I said, last time I saw it was 27-0 before the half, which is pretty crazy. And man, the one that really pissed me off was the Colts and Vikings game. Was it like a 31-0 lead at the half, and the Colts gave up a 31-0 lead? How in the hell do you do that? I've never seen such blasphemy in my life. Feel free to chime in at any point, David. But no pressure.
You know, at one point, we were up 10 points, right? First quarter, up 10-0.
Yep, exactly.
At halftime comes up. You know, it's 17-16. And, you know, when we're kicking those field goals, I'm thinking, I didn't say it, you know, but I'm thinking we should be scoring touchdowns, not kicking field goals.
Exactly.
And then here comes Robbie Gould, though, too. You know, he didn't miss, but I was kind of wondering if he was going to.
In the wind, super windy today, guys.
Yep. I mean, we didn't have a long field goal attempt today. They did. They had a damn 56-yarder.
Yeah, that was wild, man. I can't believe he made that.
And I was looking at that like,
do you remember what
kicker? Are you a free agent next year?
Jason Myers. What did we say in the pregame show? His longest
Robbie
on the
Gould,
season.
It's probably his final season.
No, in the pregame show we said Jason Myers is 6 for 6 on the season on field goals over 50 yards, and his longest is 56. So he matched that today, guys. He matched his longest of the season.
I'm telling you, we need a kicker like that. I mean, we're Robbie Gould. We can't 38. If it's over 38 yards, I'm, you know, thinking it's a 50-50 ball, right?
Basically. You know, CG Ruthless 49ers Talk says, first half 49ers team, we letting you play. Second half 49ers, you ain't getting nothing. That's exactly what it seems like the theme is of the 49ers as of recent. But everybody, please like and subscribe, please. We're probably gonna tap out of here pretty soon. If you guys got any specific comments or questions, if anybody wants to call in, you guys let me know. I'll throw the link back in the comments. But if you have a specific comment or question for me, please throw 4 flame emojis in your comment/question so I know to get to it. But please like and subscribe. That's the most important thing, please. I would really appreciate that. And that way our hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Rob D. Art says, not scared of any bird-themed teams. Exactly. That's exactly the point.
Brock Purdy, the bird killer. Brock the bird killer Purdy. I mean, we'll see what happens. If we do end up playing the Eagles, which you never know, you know, some team could roll into Philadelphia and punch them in the face. But if we do end up playing them and we beat them, then yeah, I'm going to start calling them Glock Bird Killer Purdy.
Yeah, I got the Glock in his sock. It's the kid says, how do you feel about the non-call when Purdy was shoved out of bounds? Basically, he was shoved into the bench of the opposing team. And he said, also looked like DK was clearly holding in the end zone. I don't remember that one, but I know the Purdy one I can touch on definitely. How do I feel on him being shoved out of bounds late? I think that Purdy is not Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, so he doesn't get that special treatment. He's the young guy, the young gun on the block. And so he doesn't get those calls, man. We've seen over the past few weeks, like guys like Devontae Adams, they get that catch called, even though it's in review and it clearly touches the ground, and they still rule it a catch. It's just he's Brock Purdy. He's the young kid in town, and he doesn't get those calls. But I think it was very clear as day that he was shoved out of bounds late, man. That's a late hit on the quarterback. what do you call it? Unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, that was it was questionable. You know, it was borderline. I watched the replay, just watching it, going, "Come on, man!" But they weren't calling all kinds of stuff all game.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things that both teams did over the course of the game that just didn't get called.
That's definitely a trend with the 49ers and the referees, man. It's ridiculous. Every single week we get calls like this that are called for the other team, not for us. He says that DK was clearly holding in the end zone. Do you remember that one? I don't remember. My bad.
I don't remember that one.
You know what I do like? I really like the play. I don't know if you guys remember, but they actually passed the ball. Elijah Mitchell was in the backfield on 2nd and 13, and they passed him the ball. The 49ers aren't known to pass to running backs as much. If they're not named Christian McCaffrey, they don't really pass to running backs. So that was really cool. He gained a first down on 2nd and 13. That was a pretty badass play by Elijah Mitchell, man. And like I said before, they should utilize him a lot more when it comes to that aspect of the game. Glad to see it. Lenore was on Metcalf as well, and I thought he did pretty damn good. It didn't really seem like they were testing that Lenore-Metcalf matchup. Let me see. Mooney Ward. All right, guys. Well, shit. Do you got any other thoughts, David? If anybody's got any comments or questions, let us know ASAP. We're probably going to close out the show in just a little bit.
Well, so my thoughts on this next game is we need to find out who we're facing before we have thoughts on it.
Yeah, man. Everybody needs to go out and enjoy some NFL playoff weekend. You know, kind of soak everything in. Take notes of the game. You guys send me those notes. So
hey,
I know.
Are you watching the current game? Probably not.
No, I asked you for the score. Damn it!
It's still 30-20. There's 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. The Chargers are up 30-20.
5 minutes and 55 seconds.
Around there, it's ticking.
Man,
but and
all these teams
the Jags are on the 9-yard line. That's first and goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they were literally up 24-0, or was it 27? No, it was 24-0. The Chargers were up at one point, and the Jags literally, I think, have 4 or maybe even 5 turnovers in the first quarter.
That's crazy, man. I can't believe like all these teams that give up leads like this are a bunch of straight marks.
Dude, that guy, that was PI though. He had his arm wrapped around him. Dude, why didn't the refs, are they on a mission to not throw flags that they should be throwing this year?
You know what we should do, man? Because Rob D. Art brings up a great point.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Uh-oh.
Rob it ain't over yet.
No, it's not. Rob D. Art brings up a great point about the non-calls. He says holding on Bosa is apparently legal now. And it seemed that way all season. Even going back to the Super Bowl in 2019 against the Chiefs, they never call holds on Bosa. He's getting double teamed. He's getting held, all this stuff, man, and he still fights through it. And that's always a guy we can count on, but it's ridiculous. I think this is something we should make a trend, man. If 49er fans, if everybody in here listening right now, if you guys really pay attention down in and down out, if you see a play where Bosa is getting held, please screenshot it, just record it, something, right? So we can get all that filing together and we can send it to the NFL commissioner, to the board. Because this shit is really fucking ridiculous, honestly, when it comes to Bosa and not getting any holding calls. The Raiders was a big game where none of the D-line was getting holding calls because they were holding everybody and Bosa and their mothers. Rob D. Art says, hit like and subscribe so we can get more of these great podcasts. Exactly. The more likes and subscriptions I can get, the more often I can do this, because if I can get to the point where I could do this full-time one day, I would really love to do it. You guys would really be helping me out. But Diomedor Lenore, he got himself an interception today, man. And I'm really happy for him. He's really somebody who's taken a lot of criticism over the past couple of weeks. And sure enough, you know what? Actually, I think I called it. I need to go back to the pregame. I think that was something I said. I really want Diomedor Lenore to get an interception in this game so he could shut everybody up. Do you remember me saying that? I don't know if it was today, earlier today, or yesterday, or something. It might have been on Aaron's show.
Dude, Lenore. So Lenore's, kind of been playing bad lately. Everyone's saying he's not a big guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And when he's going up against a guy 6 inches taller than him, he's going to give up a catch or two. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But he played stellar on Lockett today. He got that interception.
He's got it in the tank.
That was a 50-50 ball, and he took it.
Yeah, man. Give me that shit. Give me what is it? Give me your chain. Another thing I could point out today, somebody who's been criticized all season was Deebo Samuel, right? Dude, on that long touchdown, I don't know, it was like 80 yards. The blocking was great, man. I love the blocking. Kittle, Ayuk, I think Jennings as well. All that blocking was awesome, but I don't know if you guys noticed, because one thing that's been questioned is the burst that Deebo Samuel once had that seemed this season to no longer have. I think he showed it's still there in the tank, man, because he showed a burst. He let that block on Ayuk. He let that thing develop, and then he burst right out of there too, man. And oh my God, that was beautiful. That was a thing of beauty. You got any thoughts on that, David?
I think you pretty much said it.
All right, no pressure. Purdy says Purdy is the youngest quarterback in history of the playoffs in the NFL with 2+ touchdowns and one rushing touchdown in playoff history, man. Over 2 touchdowns passing and 1 rushing touchdown. First, or he's the youngest quarterback in NFL history to do that, I should say. Correct.
He's done a few first in NFL history things this year, like the first rookie to ever beat Tom Brady.
He's
the first Mr. Irrelevant to ever throw a touchdown pass. Right?
He's doing nothing but making history consistently, man. Consistently is the key word. That's the most important thing, I think. It's one thing if it's like catching lightning in a bottle, right, as they say. But this dude is doing it week in and week out, man. And then Ayuk, he drops that touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Come on, guy. Don't you want that contract? He did the same thing when Jimmy Garoppolo was a quarterback, man. I love Ayuk, man, but he's effing himself up. He could be getting himself the bag this season, but he's having crucial drops in the end zone. Not super often, but it's a little too often. Like the gimme plays.
The gimme plays.
Yeah. The Jimmy gimmies.
The Jimmy gimme to the opposite team's linebacker. Is that what you're talking about?
No. The Jimmy gimmies are the plays that Kyle Shanahan schemes up where a wide receiver is randomly super wide open and Kyle Shanahan knows it's going to be open. He tells Jimmy Garoppolo, hey, this dude is going to be open, so look for him. Those are Jimmy gimmies, not where the quarterback.
We saw Brock Purdy miss Deebo wide open today. We saw it.
Yeah. Do you think
it happened?
You think that was the rain? Because it was raining pretty damn good. Whenever they zoomed the camera in, you could see it was raining pretty hard. It wasn't pouring, but it was raining good. Do you think that was the effect of the rain? Because I think so. It was also very windy.
I mean, it was just one of those. Well, no, I'm talking about the play when Brock tried to hit Ayuk, but. I think he either missed a throw or got batted down. But Ayuk was on the right. Deebo was on the left with no one around.
Yeah.
And
miscues big time.
Dude, every quarterback in the league does this.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Jimmy G, he'd do it 4 or 5 times a game. 4 or 5 times
Jimmy
a game.
Garoppolo. Yep.
And this dude just did it once. I mean, that's the only time I saw him miss something like that.
If there was a stat for not hitting wide open passes, Jimmy Garoppolo would be number 1 in that stat category. Sorry, Jimmy. I still love you, bro. I keep disrespecting you. I apologize. Oh, man. I just love anybody who's a 49ers quarterback that isn't a douche. I'm going to be honest, guys. If you're a douche, I'm not going to like you very much. Yeah, man. I mean, I think this is a game where you guys can clearly see when the 49ers can work in tandem together, offense and defense, even though the offense was going blow for blow with the offense, the defense was still allowing points by the Seahawks, allowing long, methodical drives, time of possession, all that type of stuff. But when our offense keeps pace, even if we're coming from behind, like in the Raiders game, 10-point deficit, but we're putting pressure on the opposing team to continue to score, that's what's going to create turnovers. And sure enough, man, once that one turnover happened, everything unraveled. But I think that's partially, in part, caused by the 49ers offense continuing to score, man. So that's going to be part of our recipe for success going forward, I think. I really thought the 49ers should have rested some of their starters a lot sooner. I think they were still leaning on Mitchell, McCaffrey, Deebo a little too much towards the end. I think we had such a great lead and such little time left on the clock. That's when you take guys like Bosa, CMC, Deebo, all those guys. You got to take them out. Put in JP Mason, man, because that dude is a baller. I understand keeping Purdy in a little bit longer just because he can just hand off and not really take too many hits. He doesn't have to scramble around or anything like that. It's just running out the clock. Rob D. Art says Purdy is the best rookie quarterback to check off first boxes. Exactly, man. He even, guys, go back and look at it. He's beating out Joe Montana for his first playoff performance, which is crazy. And Joe Montana was a 30-year veteran when his chance came around in the playoffs. So I think that says a lot, dude. That's amazing. But, you know, many years to come, we'll give him his accolades when he earns them. But he is showing flashes of greatness. Anything else, David? If anybody else has any comments or questions, throw them in ASAP. If not,
hey, we had a Danny Gray sighting today.
Hey, Danny Gray on special teams, right?
That's right. That's right. He made one hell of a special teams tackle.
Tackle, man. That was a straight baller move, man. He's earning his spot on the roster. I still think we're going to see him offensively in the playoffs.
I don't know. I would like Kyle Shanahan to actually use his speedster at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why. I mean, Ayuk, you know, when Ayuk was a rookie, he got to start.
Yeah. But that
you know, he's a first round pick too, right? So it's like, if you ain't a first round pick, you're getting shelved for a year. Dude, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand, man. I'm right there with you. And it looked, I think Purdy showed today that he has the arm to pass to a guy like Danny Gray, somebody who can run off coverage like that. Even Ray McLeod was open deep. If he would have taken inside leverage, he could have gotten a really nice deep pass to him. But it was pass to Ayuk, completion, really nice. So it's all good, man. Positive play. CMC had a great onside kick recovery. That was pretty badass. Shout out to him on special teams. But yeah, do you have any more thoughts, David, before we close out?
Other than go Niners, and when it comes down to it, I'm kind of rooting for the Giants because, man, I want them to come to Santa Clara. You hear that, YTC? I hope you're listening.
Revenge Tour 4.87.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, he keeps bringing up 2011 like it was yesterday. So it's time for them to come to Santa Clara, It's time to beat them,
Yeah.
kick them out of the playoffs, and then it'll be like, what were you talking about 12 years ago? Because right now, what just happened? It's gonna be a good time for me. So
if anybody doesn't know, we're referring to the 2011 NFC Championship between the 49ers and the Giants, where it got decided by a muff punt, basically by Kyle Williams, that really pissed everybody off, man, and tore everybody's dreams apart. Guys like Frank Gore, man, Alex Smith, Joe Staley. But everybody, please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, as well as my co-host would really appreciate it. So please do it for him. Look at that face. Is that a face you guys can deny? Come on, man. So everybody, please like and subscribe. Hit that bell emoji, click it, and turn it on for all notifications, so you guys know every time I go live, every time I post anything, and you guys could chime in. You guys can come up and give all your thoughts, any of that stuff, because I'm a 49er fan. This is a 49er channel, from 49er fans for 49er fans, guys. So continue to be a part of it and participate. 49ers have the victory today in the wild card round of the playoffs, 41-23, and JP Mason closes out the game in great fashion. Love my Niner gang, man. Everybody, have a great night. David, as always, thank you for calling in, man. But we're dipping out of here, guys. Go Niners!
Go Niners!